Tuesday is never done. Oh yes it is. Take two. I'm smiling. Yesterday my timber for the body came and I managed to get it jointed and thicknessed. And here she is. Beautiful piece of black. A beautiful piece of black Carina or black Limber. It's thickness to 45 mil. That's going to be the thickness. That's going to be the finished thickness of the guitar. So that's that. I'm going to put a mahogany neck on it. That's that which I prepared earlier, and it's going to have a trapeze string trapeze on it as well. So that's where we're heading. All good fun. Onward. I just thought I'd capture this for you to show you how I work regarding headstocks. I know you can use computers and various things like that, and but I like to do it by hand. To keep everything square, what I normally do is just I've got a bit of wood A4, and I'll just tape it to my bench because I know we've got a 90-degree angle there, so I can use my square. Okay, and I can then transfer lines across to the paper. If I want to go horizontal, I can use that to draw a line and various things. So that's I'm going to have a 43mm knot, and this roughly is going to be the headstock. Something different. I'm not sure if I'm going to move these slightly that way, the peg holes. Don't know yet because we've got a truss rod cover. It's got to go on there, something like that. So we'll see, but I think it's something different. It's very difficult to design anything different without being too radical, and I don't particularly want to do that. To make my holes, I've got an old washer here, and I know they're not the exact size, but they can give you some idea of the peg holes and how it's going to look really. You know, just thought I'd include you in that. Back on the drawing again. I always refer to your drawing. I've tried to do it other ways, and you sometimes get away with it, but it's great to have a reference point. As you see earlier, I drew a template for the headstock. I've now transferred that template to a bit of MDF, and then I adhered it to the headstock and rough cut it, and then I put a round the rotor, and we have got a new, well, headstock, or the starting of it anyway. On the rear, as you can see there, I hope to put a bit of limber against there to form a volute. I do like the volute on the rear end, so split in there and then probably take it down at the end. All depends where the tuning pegs go. So that's the neck, obviously truss rod. This one's a 460. Not sure about the length, to be honest with you. I've ordered the 440. This is 460, and I ordered the 440, so I've got an option when I come to fit it. So that's going to be soon. Once that's done, I've also prepared a neck template. Body's going to be a 56 neck, 56mm wide neck, and then taper through to 43 at the nut. So obviously that will go on there, and once it's all done, and I'll rip that through the Yeah, and I will rip that through the rotor. So we are getting there. The body's looking good. I'm well pleased with that, and so that's great. What I'll do, I just want to bring this camera up so I can talk to you. Oh! Oh dear. We'll try that then. I'm not sure. Thanks for watching anyway. It's great. I like to see people. Please subscribe. It's fun doing it. It's hard work sometimes doing it. We've all got other things to do. Yesterday was a Sunday and my wife thought I was out in the garden gardening, and I was actually in here rotating and bits and bobs and working on the guitar, so shh, don't tell anyone. Anyway, see you in the next vid. Bye. I'm trying to keep the video as short as possible. On the 2020 I basically show every step of the way with the router and the rest of the machinery. But this one, you've seen it all done, you've seen it all before, so I'm just going through the basic points. I've taken the drawing, I've transferred the drawing from the main this is a copy I've taken from the main drawing. I've now adhered it to a piece of MDF, and I've stuck it well. And I'm now going to just run it around the bandsaw, so and then finish up with fine sanding, and this will then become the template for routing the body. Also, I've made effort on the neck, as you can see. It's mahogany neck, and it's got a nice little break angle on there. The line you see here, if you can see it, okay. I've decided that I'm going to highlight all the joint methods that I'm going to use on this guitar. You all ask why? Because everybody tries to hide it. I thought it'd be great to see that from one look you could see how it's made, really. So that's that. Here we go. It's me getting ready. Shut up. Started to shape the body from the template there. Last year, in the 2020, I kept the camera running while I was making dust, and unfortunately it cost me 230 quid for a new lens because dust had penetrated it. Can't afford that this year, so that's why I'm not showing much machine work. We'll get more detailed work of me doing it when we come to the finishing and the hand planing stuff. Well, as you can see, we're nearly there. We're down to the last bit now. A little bit at a time, that's all. That don't try and rush these things. But that's 4 or 5 passes, that. So just do one more, and then we should be complete. Loving the grain. Get some finish on that. That's going to look really tasty. Very happy. See you in a bit.